This video shows the best way to locate the cause of formatting issues in Microsoft Word. So this happens to me a lot if I'm trying to format an email confirmation that was an order and it has like lots of pictures and different things in it. I might be trying to just get it down to one page so I can either save it or print it or whatever I'm trying to do. But manipulating it can be really a challenge. And also sometimes there are spaces in a document that someone else has worked on and I'm trying to get rid of those spaces that are unnecessary. And so this is going to cover how you address those issues. So as an example in here, if I'm trying to make these have less space, I've clicked over here and I'm going to press the delete key on my keyboard. And I've pressed several times and absolutely nothing is happening in the background. And you've probably seen this many times before. There's other times where you might try to click on something and you're trying to move and it's grabbing like a whole bunch of things at once and you're like, I'm really just trying to click on this one thing. What's happening? What are these symbols? And so there's a way to find out everything that's going on in this document. And the way to do it is on the home page to click on the paragraph symbol up here. And here's a little pop out about it. It's like a show hide field. So it's going to show you the paragraph marks and all other hidden formatting symbols. And this is what you really want. So I'm going to click this to enable it. And now you'll see all kinds of little symbols everywhere. This is like the paragraph symbol, meaning like the enter key or the break key has been hit. And this is going to allow me to do more stuff. So once I know kind of like what's going on, like here, I could delete. And actually, backspace didn't work. I had to delete that paragraph. That's going to give me some space. Here, I should be able to do the same thing. Delete key worked on that one too. And then also here, I could delete this one. And so you'll see where you can manipulate things, basically. So these other things, a lot of these are tables. And this is what happens in a lot of your emails that come. Here's another place I could delete and save some space. All these little paragraph ones are basically enters you don't really need. But the idea is that you can actually see what you're working with. So the problem is these are sent with lots of tables. So all these things up here are tables. That's what this little hash mark is. If I click on that, I get like that whole, in essence, what that whole table piece is. And I could mess with that. Like I might not need this piece here. So I might want to delete this. I usually find that if you remove the hyperlink and then you're able to delete the rows a lot easier. And then again, I could delete that paragraph key. So that's lots of ways, lots of ways that you could manipulate this document, but just knowing what symbols are out there allows you to do a lot more stuff. Otherwise, you're just kind of clicking and hoping that something happens. The other thing you might see, and I created a generic document over here, and this has data from my blog. And you'll notice that there is a huge space between my typing and if I'm trying to click down here, and it's like almost impossible to get it to allow me to click down here. Like I could press the enter key and get down here, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to delete, and I'm like, why can't I get it to allow me to stay down there? And because this is down here. So if I do the same thing and I go to the home page and I click on this paragraph, I can now see that there's a section break. So I did this on purpose. I went to layout and breaks and I hit next page so you could see this, because you'll have run into documents like this, I'm sure, where this section break pushes something out to another page and you don't know why. And when you try to click, nothing happens. It basically is almost like a void, but you can't figure out why. So if you click there and delete that and then delete again, I got rid of the paragraph. Now my data is all together. So being able to see all the paragraph marks and the hidden formatting marks so that you know what you're working with is the easiest way to fix a document that has an issue like this.